Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Thursday, December the 15th, 2022. Thursday, December the 15th. Okay, now we have, let's see what's going on. Noah. Noah comes in with Allie, and they're happy. And Noah honestly looks genuinely happy with Allie. I mean, genuinely happy, right? And so Allie has to make a phone call for work. You know, she got some kind of great breakthrough, or she found something exciting in chemical engineering in the lab, and so they're kind of celebrating, pre-celebrating. And when she goes out on the patio, Sharon says, "Noah, look, I wanted to tell you, Allie was in here looking for you." And he looked, and he goes, "What did she say?" Sharon says, "She didn't say anything to me, but she was talking to one of my baristas, asking questions about you." And as Sharon is saying that, Allie is coming back in and she hears it. So she says, "I just wanted to let you know," because Sharon now sees Allie, that she is out there, just, I don't know what she's up to. So Allie talks to Noah, and she's trying to find out, well, what could she want with you, Noah? Why is she going around asking where you are, and he goes, I don't know. She's not taking the fact that we're over. You know, I've told her more times than not, right? And so Allie's like, okay, but something else must be going on. She's already told you that she lost the baby. I mean, are you giving her mixed signals? And he's like, no, I don't think so. She goes, what do you mean you don't think so? He goes, I was trying to be supportive of her, finding out she did lose a child, but I was not implying that I was interested in getting back with her at all. And then he goes, and then she kissed me. He goes, I pulled away right away. And so, but she goes, why would she kiss you? He goes, well, because Allie said she wants us to get back together again. And I mean, Audra says she wants us to get back together again. And so Allie's like, okay, now Noah, did you give her reason for hope? Did you kiss her even a little bit back? And I'm trying to figure out, what's even a little bit? You know, if an ex of mine, period, reaches up, grabs me, kisses me, for one, you're pushing him away, which Noah did, right? But Noah initially kissed her. It was that what Allie said, even a little bit, because it made me think about the scene. And I said, well, good God Almighty, I think this is the first time I've seen even a little bit of a kiss because he did. And I was like, I'm like, Noah, why would you kiss? And then he's like, no, Allie, Audra, this is not happening. Audra is a hot mess. And so Allie he goes, he goes, no, I don't know. She goes, what do you mean you don't know? He goes, I don't think so. He goes, it happened so fast. It caught me off guard. Right. So then Allie looks at him. She says, Noah, should I be worried? And when she said that, I thought, what do you think he's going to say? What do you think he's going to say? He's going to say, no. Remember back when Billy was doing the podcast with Chelsea, and Billy told Lily that Chelsea kissed him? And he let her know, whoa, he stopped it and he let her know, whoa, that was crossing the line, right? Which Billy did. Lily says, Billy, should I be worried? And he goes, no. Oh, okay, I'm not worried. So Noah's going to tell Allie no, and then what is she going to say? Oh, okay, then I'm not worried. See, my whole thing is, as a woman, I'm not going to look at you and say, should I be worried? I'm going to look at you and say, I'm worried about this whole situation because it ain't going down right. Okay. It's not going down right. As a matter of fact, I need you to call her over here. Tell her to meet you here at the coffee house. Better yet, you know what? We don't want to do it here. Tell her to meet you at the club. And then I'm going to be there with you. And then we together are going to let her know. There'll be no more surprise kisses. And no, there will be no you and Noah. But Noah, you're going to do the talking. But see, me there lets her know we are a united front. And I know exactly what you've been doing, chick. Right? That's exactly what I would do. No, call her on over. Because I need to see for myself that you are telling her in the proper tone. And she needs to see, wait a minute, he's telling me this in front of her. Yeah, that lets you know you don't have a foothold into nothing. And then Allie needs to say, I am truly sorry for the loss of your child that you shared with Noah, but that's the past. There we go. And then it'll be, you told her that we see, because Audrey wants to save that as a bombshell for Allie. We shared a child together. Yeah, okay, that he didn't even know about. So in other words, really, you were pregnant. Wasn't that you shared it? You were pregnant. You didn't even share the news with him. Okay, so that's how that goes. Come on, camera. So anyway, we're getting ready to see some trouble, some absolute trouble in that paradise. So then the next scene we got Billy. Billy yet again. No, not Billy. We've got Victoria comes in to the coffee house. She's getting ready to get some coffee because she and Nate are going out of town a little bit later. Chelsea's there and Chelsea wants to talk to her. And first Victoria says, no, I'm busy. I don't have time. I'm going out of town. But then for some reason, Victoria kind of looked at Chelsea and she said, you know what? I have a few minutes. We can talk. So Chelsea takes her up to her apartment and Chelsea does the whole making amends. Honestly, talking to Victoria, talk went well. Victoria was honest and civil, very honest, saying, you're telling me all this, but I have to wonder what's next. Well, what do you see? She was honest, like, what are you going to try to, she goes, do you think I'm going to try to now insinuate myself in Johnny's life? She says, no, that was a mistake for one. I need to amends for that too. But I need you to know that I am truly sorry because what I did caused you and your relationship so much pain. Actually, they broke up a little bit after Chelsea, because Victor was paying her, right? So Victoria accepted her apology. Victoria accepted her apology. Now, Chelsea tells Billy later that she did make amends with Victoria, right? And he's like, well, how'd it go? She accepted, she told him it went well. I'm surprised Chelsea didn't say, but she did say she had some concerns, that I had an ulterior motive about Johnny. See, because then you want to know what Billy would do? Go find Victoria. Chelsea's in a fragile state, Vic. Why would you tell her something negative like that, Vic, about Johnny? Billy is this all protector and nobody could be honest and be real world with Chelsea, especially not Lily. Okay. So anyway, that conversation went very, very well. And I was surprised because sometimes Vicky can be Vicky could be, woo, we all know she could be a hot coal mess. She's Victorette. Okay. So now we have Sally. I tell you, only Sally Spectra. I can go to a guy I've been dating, sleeping with, pretty much the day after he catches me in bed with his brother, that I told him, oh, I'm sorry it happened. I needed it to happen for closure. Only Sally Spectra could show up at the office the next day, oh, looking all good, bright red lipstick on. I need you to look at this business plan I made up because you're one of the smartest people I know. Mm-hmm. And Nicholas looks at it. And even though before Sally got there, Nikki was telling him how what a train wreck she is, and Nicholas wasn't having it. On top of the fact, you know what, Mama, I'm in my late 40s. Late 40s. I don't need you to tell me who I could date and who I can't. Come on now, Nikki. So anyway, Sally was spinning her, batting her eyes, and Nick was melting like butter, all in her hands. And then she ended up suggesting they have dinner tonight, and he was like, okay. And I said, my. Well, we have to do this. We have to make it so that even though Nick and Sally slept together like probably a couple days before Nick and Sally and Adam slept together, but they really gonna make us wonder, or her wonder, or everybody else wonder, because you slept with Adam last night. Now tonight you're gonna sleep with Nicholas after your date. So we're really gonna wonder who baby daddy. That's exactly how they're gonna do that. So then we have Summer and Phyllis. Phyllis would not leave well enough alone. She just would not. She follows Summer to society. Summer's like, Mom, I just please look, I'm here to pick up my takeout. I need to clear my head. No, we're going to talk about this. She goes, Mom, I don't want to talk about this. So she goes, well, we're going to, Summer. So Phyllis just sits down, and Summer's like, and so Summer's like, I can't with you. I can't. What you've done is you've put us all in danger. So she goes, yeah, I brought Jeremy Stark into town. So what? Point blank. So what? Diane's gone. And actually, he's in town for her. This is all her. This is Diane's fault. So he's gonna leave too. What? She goes, you can't take responsibility for nothing. And Phyllis is like, no, I didn't do nothing wrong. I'm just trying to protect my family. Nope. And so she goes, so you didn't answer my question, because Jack wanted, says, oh, if he had his way, he would fire me. What about you, Summer? You can't possibly feel the way, because Summer was saying about something about, the danger, this, that, and the other, and how it's affecting Harrison. And she goes, you know what? That's Jack talking. I want to know. How do you feel about it? So she goes, well, you know what? Kyle and I have already discussed this, and you're fired. Phyllis was like, wait, what? She goes, oh, yeah, you're fired. You were warned. You were even given a second chance. You and Diane. You were given a second chance. You knew the rules. And you didn't care. You did not care. You went and did whatever you wanted anyway. And Phyllis is like, you're actually really firing me. I sold my hotel for you. She goes, no, no, you really didn't do that for me. Really, you didn't. And so Summer's takeout, the person brought it to Summer's like, and you know what? I'm done. I'm going back to work and I'm going to have my lunch. And she gets up and she walks away from Phyllis. Now, mind you, Billy is there, not Billy. Adam is there. He's at the bar and he's listening to everything pretty much. And he sends, he's like, ooh, this is getting juicy, right? And Phyllis is looking like, yeah, and I'm not apologizing to you either. She kind of yells across the restaurant at him after Summer leaves. And he's like, hey, I don't care. Little Phyllis, and Lauren and Michael walk in. And they're talking to Phyllis, and she's like, Diane, this, and she just blaming everything. And her Jeremy Stark, this is the felon that she knew in LA. He came to town. Phyllis didn't say I called him and brought him to town. See, she was spinning a half truth to Michael and Lauren. And so Phyllis is like, and now everything's my fault. Everything's my fault. And Lauren said, Phyllis, I tried to warn you. She goes, I told you so. So she goes, oh yeah, right. This is what I get from you too. I told you so. And meantime, while Phyllis is talking to Lauren and Michael, Sally walks in. And Adam's looking at her. She goes, hey, Adam. And she's like, he goes, oh, well, something like, what are you doing here? Well, I'm working on my new business plan for my new next venture. And she's going on. And, I'm going to be having dinner with Nick later. And so they weren't snarky or anything to each other, but she was trying to prove a point that you don't affect me in the least little bit. And I'm moving on. And this, he goes, well, good for you, Sally. I'm happy that things are going well for you. And she even told him, she goes, it's in the interior design field. And Chloe and I are really excited. So she walks past over to where Lauren, Phyllis, and Michael. Phyllis is sitting down. Lauren and Michael are standing up. So she walks over. Hello, Lauren. Hi, everybody. Phyllis. And so then Lauren says, well, hi, Sally. And she goes, oh, I hope everybody's having a good day. Oh, by the way, Phyllis, I just want to let you know that I am going to be your competition. She's like you, girl, you ain't never my competition. She goes, I don't know what you're talking about. She goes, oh, I'm opening up a interior design business and we're picked up with Chancellor Winters. So we're going to be giving your Marchetti home division a run for its money. Everybody have a great day. She don't know Phyllis has been fired, right? Whatever. So Lauren and Michael look as Sally walks away, and Phyllis is like, can anything else go wrong? And they're like, you know what? That's our cue. So they're like, we're going over to the bar. So they leave Phyllis sitting there, right? That was what she deserved, because my whole thing is, Phyllis, I honestly don't know how you thought that was truly going to play out. Seriously. I don't know what your end game is with that, but guess what? It didn't work, girl. So everybody listen, subscribe. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And I should actually be saying that at the beginning. Okay, let's go to Comment Corner. Robin says, Phyllis should not be shocked. She got fired. She did what they said, asked her not to do. But she should be okay, considering she sold her hotel. She should be, money-wise. Oh yeah, Phyllis ain't hurting for no money. She really isn't, because she did have to pay Nick back a healthy chunk, but she still has a lot of money from that. Now she might try to work with Sally, since Sally blabbed about starting a new business. Ooh. And then Lisa says, I don't think Jeremy Stark would have gone to Genoa City if it wasn't for Phyllis. Diane was under an assumed name, Taylor Jensen. That's who Jeremy knew. Diane had changed her identity when Diane gave up Jeremy to the FBI. That also would be anonymous. So Jeremy would have had no idea until Phyllis made Diane the target. Jeremy would have looked for Taylor Jensen, but thanks to Nikki, Ashley, and Phyllis telling the reporter about Diane, so she can publish about her past crimes, and her photo, Stark would have found out. Yes, he would have, period. I totally agree when Diane said Phyllis's action. I totally agree when Diane said Phyllis' action pushed Diane in Jack's arms. Yeah, that's when Diane was taunting her. Phyllis is obsessed. Now, Jeremy Stark knew Diane Jenkins' true identity. Remember, she said when he targeted her, he pretended like it was random. They met at some bar and he struck it up and developed a relationship. But then she found out, because he told her when she did not want to, when she found out about the money that he was having her launder, and he told her, "You think I ran into you randomly?" The person she got the fake identity from worked for Stark. He owned her at that point because he said, "I could turn you in right now unless you do what I tell you to do." That's why she kept working for him. He knew Diane Jenkins was her real name. He knew her real identity. And he knew she came from Genoa City. Bottom line, he had just been released that day and Phyllis made the phone call. So he was able to do a fast track, right? But without that fast track, all it would have taken him was a day, thinking, I'm going to see if she went to back to where she came from, which was Genoa City, right? And another thing, let me see what else with Jeremy and Diane. And another thing, remember when he was in his hotel room and he was on his tablet, he was saying, "Thank you very much, Talia Robbins," the journalist. So he either already had been reading stuff Talia wrote about Diane, because that one article was published out there, period. The editor may have pulled the future articles, but that main one was out there that told all about Diane and the assumed name and everything. So he definitely, Phyllis, she fast-tracked it, but he would have found Diane. LaShanta said, Lily and Billy need to be over. I'm over them too. She's too whiny for me. The problem started when Jill made Lily the CEO and Billy work under her instead of equals. Lily don't have no business telling Daniel anything about Billy. If he did that, she would have a fit. All Daniel do is judge Billy. He doesn't tell Lily about Heather and his daughter. No, he sure doesn't, in Portugal. It was so powerful seeing Chelsea making amends for her wrongdoings. Billy's reaction was powerful, but I bet Victor won't apologize. He paid her. Summer has no voice in that family, none whatsoever. She will see that it's all Dee Dee. Remember when Harrison got sick, Kyle sent Summer to work while him and Diane took Kyle to the hospital. And then it says, I see Jack skated over the part where Phyllis said, Jeremy said Diane he's got something of his. I know. Summer doesn't even know that. His money. And then Summer looked puzzled because you know what? Jack and Kyle, they haven't told Summer that Diane stole Jeremy's money and spent it. See, they're still giving Summer on a need-to-know basis. And then she says, I knew Phyllis was wrong for bringing him there, but Diane has done nothing but lie since she got back. That is so true. I can't wait till she gets egg on her face. Summer, you will see you will see always bet on red. She will land on her feet. And then Dito says, I do think Phyllis is up to something, but the attitude that she is constantly getting from Jack and Summer pushes her to do more. I do also think that Phyllis is going to work for Daniel. That's a good thought. And for someone who is new to this channel, subscribe, subscribe. Thank you, Ditos. Thank you so much. Look, I have my my comment corner recap fans trying to remind me to say subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you so much for saying that, Ditos. Carrie Jo says, I don't like Daniel. And for Billy, just let Billy be who he is. I like people for who they are and not for what they do. Just let him find his own path. Quit bringing up his gambling problem. I don't think Billy is a bad guy. He's always stood up for Lily in whatever she wants, but wants to always know what Billy is going or what Billy is going to do next. And then Annette says, who will Jeremy kidnap to hold hostage in order to find Diane? I say Harrison, little Harrison, because who else could he kidnap realistically? But that's it for Comment Corner for Thursday, December the 15th of The Young and the Restless. Let's see what happens on Cliffhanger Friday.